Mr. Cashflow back today with another video, and today I just want to drop some knowledge about CPNs. So this is the information that people really don't want to tell you. So I learned this from my mentor, and today I'm going to be teaching you the same information he taught me. So first of all, when you're making your CPN, you want to make sure that your CPN number is age appropriate. Age appropriate means that whatever year you're born in, you want to make it relative to that year. Now, secondly, you want to make it state-oriented, meaning that your number needs to match the general area of wherever your CPN was originated at. So don't get confused on this. Don't be like, well, if I'm born in Florida, do I have to make it in Florida? Well, no, technically you don't. You could be born in any state. Your ID does not have to always be the same state that you were born in. So think logically. So secondly, whenever you're picking your address, you want to make sure that the address is in a zip code that is a good area. It needs to be an area where people make a good amount of money. Because what happens if you don't do that and you use an area where it's in a hood, right? All those people are getting blacklisted by the bank. Let's say that if you live in a zip code where people have a high fraud rate, then what's gonna happen is if you have an address in that area, that bank is gonna automatically deny you because they already have that area blacklisted. What you need to do is go to your area or wherever you wanna make it, go to Zillow and type in zip codes near this area. It's gonna give you a list. You use that list to choose your address. Once you find your address, you use that for whatever your public records are gonna be. So that's the next thing, right? Public records. Most of y'all don't know how to do this, bro. And y'all keep texting me talking about some, hey, I have public records, I'm gonna take 2 months to do it and I'll get done, I'll get back to you in 2 months. Bro, the name of the game is speed. If you're not doing it quickly and you're not doing it efficiently, then you're basically wasting your time. So what I tell people is AI is real. Why are you not using it? When I first heard about AI, I didn't use it. And now I regret it because I could have got where I'm at now way faster by using AI. What I do now is I use a computer generated software to send public records out. I get all my information and I use public records. Types out all the information for you and submits it to all these different websites. Instead of taking 20 days to get your public records up, it'll take you 24 hours. You're making your numbers, you wanna be quick and you wanna be efficient. You wanna make sure you get everything done accurately, but you also don't wanna take 6 months to get this done. Once you get your public records up, that's when you sign into your Credit Karma, start monitoring your credit. If you don't do it this way, you're gonna get denied trying to get into credit monitoring. Your information not gonna be in the database, you're gonna get denied. Now what you can do is add trade lines. This is a step where people have the most issues, and this is why. What you need to do is you need to add a good amount of public records and then add one trade line on there, a normal credit builder account or something. So you add that on there and then you add an authorized user. So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna keep building your credit. People just try to go get one trade line on there and they think they're good because they have a 700 credit score, bro. That is not right. What you need to do is have between 4 to 10 accounts on your credit before you start going to apply for a high limit funding. But you can get a car with 4 trade lines and you can get an apartment with 1. Sometimes people get them with no score on there. Don't miss your rent payments, bro. Make your payments. You got a second chance or something, don't fuck it up. Build your credit. Do whatever you gotta do to make your bills get paid. Don't be out here thinking, oh, well, I can just do this. Like, you technically could do whatever you want to. The whole point is to learn how to build yourself a foundation. Like, that's the whole point of this shit, is to get rich. Get yourself a house, a car, start living, don't be on the streets fucked up. Go get you some money, go get some high income skills so that you can service people and now you have a business instead of being fucked up and broke. I'm gonna drop some game from the information I wish I knew 5 years ago. It's been Mr. Cashflow and we out.